2, 1, and we are back for another episode of People of Culture. All that stuff. They really humming. We really stunning. Hey, listening to Pharrell, Jay-Z, frontin'. Jesus Christ is coming. No, I don't know. But hold up. Shut that bitch up. I don't want to freestyle anymore. Hey.
Damn, son, where you find that?
Thank God the drink didn't actually tip, but yeah, that means fire. Well, I should have sampled that.
People of culture.
Yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Episode number whatever.
Yeah, he probably knows that better than I.
Oh yeah, I do keep over that. I
just be adding and cranking them out like whatever.
I'm pretty sure this would be 23 or 24, but I could be wrong.
Oh what? We in the Jordans number?
This would be 24. I think we just put out 21 where we're at, but yeah, no, this may be 25. I have to look and see.
We getting up there. It's wild actually.
Thank y'all for sticking
Consistency.
around. Consistency.
What be ye name?
Oh man, I don't even think about none of this shit. The Dark Swerver.
The Dark Swerver?
The Dark Swerve.
Swerve Vader.
Swerve Vader.
Luke Swerve Walker.
Swerve Walker.
Yeah, I like that one. Luke Swerve Walker.
Or Luke Sky Swerver? No.
I like Swerve.
What be ye name? What be thine name?
Darth Beatus.
Well, I don't really mess with Star Wars, so I don't really.
Don. You could be the child.
I was gonna say Joey the Hutt.
Don.
Wait.
Are you doing that Chewbacca noise?
I don't just got white women chained up in my lair.
Yeah, you do.
I don't got chains.
He actually has a white woman.
My chain. Don't you want
No,
my chain?
I don't. My bedroom better be empty.
There's a thick white woman in his room right now waiting.
There's always
waiting for us to
a
wrap this shit
thick white woman in his place. And
that's all
ladies,
he's
if
doing.
you're wondering if it's you,
It's you.
look at your behind, and then you'll know.
Yeah.
It's just us three.
It's
here.
always a new one too.
Nah, bro. She
No.
out there. She getting hungry.
She back there running up his light bill, watching his cable and shit.
Watching.
See, that's how you know he lying. I ain't got cable.
You're watching roast
You
meat
know
on
he lying.
YouTube, TV, all
No.
this other stuff.
It ain't on that TV because it's too old. No one's in my place. It's just the three amigos,
Negroes.
people of culture. The three Negroes. I'll go with that one as well.
Three amigos.
What we going with? And there's nobody in there.
Part 2 of Rape Culture.
Rape Culture Part 2. So when we left off, we was talking about
Back to rape.
how monogamy formed. If you haven't watched the first one, you go back and watch the first one. But you know what I'm saying? In a nutshell, we was talking about how monogamy basically was a byproduct of early man, protecting women from the outside influences, which would be other men who was just, probably raping indiscriminately because they was cavemen and whatnot, along with animals
Bunch
and
of
shit like that. So
Neanderthals.
basically, in a nutshell, this female author of this book I was reading called Against Our Will, Men, Women, and Rape, she basically says the initial appearance of monogamy was just based on the man protecting a woman, and in return, I get sex. In a nutshell. But go back and watch the first episode so you can get a better understanding of it.
Such a wild concept. Like, yikes. But once you think about it, I mean, that's kind of a portion of what chivalry is.
Yes.
I don't want to step too far on that one.
Okay.
But, yeah, you said you had some interesting way to include monogamy into this equation also.
So everybody likes to bring up the fact of, like, piggybacking off of what he said, monogamy is unnatural. Right, like that's a typical thing people say, that monogamy, right?
People are saying
that's where I was like, man, what he's saying right there, because that would make sense on how monogamy became a thing if monogamy was truly unnatural. Because like in the animal kingdom, it's really interesting, right? Like right now, first off, we have this weird thing of we like claiming ownership of people, kids, just things of that nature. We have pride and we like claim ownership. Well, that's mine, right? But isn't that kind of unnatural? Because like when it comes to Animal Kingdom, when it comes to like gorillas, monkeys, lions, nobody really claims like, oh, I gave birth to this child. It's kind of like, no, this is the clan's child, right?
Yeah.
Nobody, like everybody nurtures and take care of it, right?
More of a society, community type.
But when it comes to monogamy, especially like, so there's two parts, because you got the women's side and you got the man's side, right? Like the alpha, beta, whatever you want to call it. For the man's side, you got this weird pride, right? Like women are now like in this thing where, you know, like all women are bi or whatever they want to say, like they can be close or whatever else, but men kind of like control the other woman, like, oh, she can't just sleep with anybody, but women is okay.
Right.
Right? Like, and some guys are further where they're like, no, my woman can't do that. But a lot of guys are cool, you know, because they have that notion where we push in society where it's like, oh, you can get a three-way. Oh, you real cool. Right?
Yeah.
Because ownership makes you feel more macho. Right? And in monogamy, like you claim and you own that woman. Right? And then women in that instance, which is the thing, they want to be owned. Right? Like daddy fetishes.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you.
Right, all right, and it's just like, it's weird. That's why piggybacking off this whole monogamy concept, and it's like the polyamory concept, which there's polygamy and there's the. Can you look up what's the woman version? There's a woman version and male version. Polygamy is the male version.
Same thing.
No. There's a woman.
It's a little bit of a difference between polygamy.
Yeah, and polyamory is just like for both partners the option of, right?
Oh yeah. Well, no, polygamy is more than one wife or husband, so it's either or.
No, it's a.
Polyamory is just like romantic relationships
what is,
or some shit.
No, somebody's pregnant, so there had to be a guy around. I like it. There's 5 women and one of them's pregnant, but there's like no man right there. Wait, is that guy a man?
Yeah, that's.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's
wow. They just all look alike.
No, there's a woman name for it. Polyandry.
Why are there different terms if the first one included women?
Nah, polygyny is the male and 2 females. Polygamy is either or, but polyandry is the woman with multiple males. So there's a word for all
for all encompassing purpose, right?
Polygamy, polyandry, and polygyny. Interesting.
That's what I was trying to say, and y'all was looking at me stupid like, Jesse, no, this is
I feel like
there's another word.
You are correct.
Sum all of this up in one word.
I mean,
that's what polygamy is. Polygamy is all that shit.
I think like maybe it was originally polygamy and then it turned into like a polyandry came later. I don't know why.
I don't see the
why they had a specific like word for one
word was good enough for everybody. That's
right.
Well, then again, in that sense, more options the better. So.
Right, so
I can't even argue. It's like this is a definition. It's like FUBU, for us, by us.
So like now with like polyamorous relationships and everything, it's trying to get rid of the whole ownership concept, right? Mm-hmm. This weird pride we have. You want to let that person live and love, right? Mm-hmm. But then that takes a certain level. Like, do they respect you enough? And in such an entitled society, can that person also respect you enough? Because I know plenty of people where they can't like respect you enough just to tell you the truth on things, even if they're not in trouble, right? Even if they didn't do wrong. But that's one of the things like people would say monogamy instilled that fear or instilled these toxic traits, these unnatural traits.
I think that's because a lot of monogamy is forced. But especially in today's age.
But yes, relationships are forced. A lot of monogamy is very, very forced. But even the media forces getting in relationships, right? And parents do it. They force their kids into relationships.
It's a whole thing. Like we're in the U.S. where it's lucky enough to where it's not a thing to where, too many of us are forced into relationships, like literally forced, like, you know what I mean? Like arranged marriages where it's just like,
I'm gonna just be the devil advocate on that one to say, actually, that's a negative. Being forced in relationships and not having divorce rate, you had to stick, that's your partner you're giving with, and you just make it work, right? So you eliminate a lot of things we have now, as in divorce rapes, a lot of more rape, a lot of like beatings, like it's so many things that all these extra toxic things, cheating, right? There's so many more things that happen.
With the arranged marriages too, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that, a lot less bullshit goes on because both families are involved, and usually in arranged marriages.
For growing up the tribe or the clan or the group or the family.
And it's usually like, if my daughter marries your daughter, my other daughter gonna marry your other son.
We just watch.
We start merging the whole family.
But we watch these Disney movies like people care. A lot of kids don't really care. Like, that's the thing. These Disney movies like, well, they care. They need to love who you love. And it's like, nah, that's not really. But that's more of a newer concept.
It is.
Oh, that's a very new concept.
But one thing about the arranged marriage
actually
too,
didn't come until after, like, around the Great Depression.
I was gonna say one thing about the arranged marriage too is that it actually betters the community, because it's like, if my family has agreed to marry your family, we each gonna hold each other to a certain standard. Y'all better be producing motherfucking doctors and lawyers, and we better be producing some fruitful motherfuckers too. And if y'all start falling off, it's like, all right, we not fucking with y'all no more. You know what I'm saying?
And we ain't beefing now. We got each other back.
Exactly. Yes. And finances.
Kingdoms,
and shit. There's a lot of
places. It's been going on, right? And
that's how a lot of royalties got set up.
Exactly, because like a lot of them intermarry, like, you know what I'm saying, like the fucking the princess of fucking France, she might not be in the line to be the queen because she was the third born daughter, but she might marry like the prince of fucking Belgium, and now boom, she's queen royalty line, and she, you know what I'm saying. That's a lot of intermarriage and shit between the royal families. That's why they say all them bloodlines is related, even down to the presidents, because a lot of them descend from over there, but a lot of them royalty people are related. You know what I'm saying? If you go back, cousins and aunties and switch sides and all of that shit, so. That's what I say, them holy bloodlines, them Illuminati bloodlines. But
it's very funny because like we talk about that in the Bible, like that's weird, you know, because like you think it's like, oh, there was 3 families and they created the whole earth, but then you think about all those bloodlines that still exist today. It's the same thing. It's like it's a few families, and they all just trickle down, and then some of them crossed over, and they trickle down.
How far apart you got to be where you're kind of safe.
Honestly, it's probably not that far. Probably like second or third cousin, and you probably. You're probably approaching the safe zone.
It's probably like that far. Like it's not even like that far away.
Yeah, it's probably not too far.
Yeah.
So fun fact, you can marry your first cousin and nothing will happen. Genetically.
First cousin? Damn,
first cousin.
Hella close.
If you wanted to, and now in some states it's illegal.
I had to learn cousins because I didn't understand when people say twice removed and one removed. It's actually way more complicated than what we knew.
And You're right about that.
It wasn't as simple. It wasn't as simple.
I actually don't know what that means.
So like, okay, my thing's really weird. Like, my mom comes from like eight siblings, right? And I'm like young. And like me being young, like my first cousins were only her siblings. But if they had a kid, they were my first cousin once removed. Not my second cousins was something else. Or, well, you look at it, pull up.
This big ass periodic table.
I know.
Bro, it's...
Oh, man. I kind of see what... It sounds like it's talking about generation gaps a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like it's talking about, like, generation gaps. Okay, so I have some, like... Twice removed,
but you see, it is more complicated. I always thought like it was an easy stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's not. Which is very interesting. I have to look at this a little bit more later.
What would make the second cousin? It was something that made the second cousin.
A second cousin twice removed. What a weird term.
No, but what made the second cousin? Where would it be?
Well, here goes a second cousin twice removed, and this is you. So to get there, they would have to be a descendant of they would have to be a descendant of your great parents, your great grandparents, and then trickle down all the way through this.
And a second cousin doesn't come from first cousin. Second cousin comes from first cousin once removed.
So yeah, that's a second cousin.
I don't even give a shit.
You see how complicated
they branch off. They branch.
And I
off
used to think it was
tree.
first cousin, second cousin, third cousin, but that's not how it is.
Yeah, they branch off from your family tree way on, like at the great grand.
So
level.
first cousin once removed is 2 spots, and they spread like that.
Sheesh.
And first cousin twice removed is 2 spots, and it spreads like that, and it continues.
It's the first time I've actually taken a look at this, and it's.
I don't know. You got your first cousin, your second cousin, third cousin.
When you look at it like this, bro, you really have no clue who you might be around that's related to you, because that's such a far branch off, and this is so many generations that have come down
right
from you way over here with your family to Your great like that would be like
zombie. I'm actually curious. What would we mean?
We actually don't think about how far we can spread like that.
Now I'm trying to curious. All right, my mom and his grandmother. Yeah, my mom and his grandmother were sisters. Is that how it is? And his uncle would be here. No, because what? That would mean. Wait, his grandmother and my mother were sisters. Where would that be at? Okay, that would be if there were sisters here, so it will fall down here. So his grandmother's my aunt, his uncle, his dad is my first cousin, and he's my first cousin once removed. Okay. And I always thought he was my second cousin.
And he is way over yonder.
And he's just my first cousin once removed.
Interesting.
I feel like this is white people definitions.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't have anything clever enough to fit into those blocks. I just wanted to laugh instead. So
yeah, a lot of toxic pieces when in monogamy. Like that's what I was saying. Like America, you have all these extra things when it comes to like not arranged marriages and choosing the person you want to be with, right? Like you don't know yourself until 25 to 30 or what you like or who to really be with. They don't know themselves. Then society is trained them to be a certain way, which has all these insecurities that are unnatural and toxic.
Yeah.
There's so many toxic and unnatural things that go into it that is the reason why relationships are terrible. Like somebody tried to say, well, every poly relationship I see is bad. I was like, almost every monogamous relationship I see is bad, and there's way more monogamous relationships.
I see a lot of good monogamous relationships. I don't see a lot of polyamorous relationships.
Do you see many at all?
Not a whole lot. No,
I've seen a few.
Yeah, I've seen a few, and they were like, there's 0%. There was I was like, if I saw just as many poly relationships, who's to know I would see just as many successful ones as bad ones compared to monogamous. But there's a lot of bad monogamous relationships.
For me personally, it just looks too stressful.
What?
What?
I said, for me personally, it looks too stressful.
Being polygamous.
One woman is too stressful. I mean, honestly, I'll say this.
No. The way you're gonna go into it, first off, you said not saying one woman is too stressful. Nah. It's more like it's a certain level. If you have a certain level-headed person where you can just do a monogamous relationship, who's to say you can't do that with two level-headed? I don't
want to do that. That's two birthdays.
No, I'm not saying but I'm saying that concept. Then it's not as stressful.
Me personally, I think women in general take away a certain amount of peace in a man's life. When I'm single, I'm speaking personally. When I'm single, my life is at peace. Sometimes I might long for some loving or some affection. That's cool. But when when I'm in a relationship, it's like 25% of my peace is just out the window.
100% agree.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
taxing. So to do that twice, that's 50% of my fucking peace.
Is that not like how they would?
So you think it would double stack and they wouldn't equal? Women, you don't think they would equal themselves?
Women's peace levels go up when they're in a relationship with a man. You know what I'm saying? That's why they long for that. Women pursue relationships. Men, if we could fuck and be cool with that, and we got healthy fuck buddies.
No, there's a lot of men. That's not like that. There's a lot of men.
I don't know. But
remember that guy, Matt?
I don't know, man. Who? I'm just saying, most of the time, and I'm saying most of the time, women want the relationship.
Oh.
Women want the relationship. Men want the relationship sometimes, but most of the time it's women. And I just feel like when you deal with a woman, and I love women, it's just women are emotionally turbulent. You know what I'm saying? And you as the man, you got to balance that.
Well, you have so many more hormones to deal with. So much birth control's terrible.
And that's but I'm saying you got to do that.
They're both correct.
Twice. I don't want to deal with all that shit.
So you don't think they would equal each other out?
Well, here's the thing: women do equal each other out.
How do lesbians have relationships though?
I was gonna say. Well, did you know a fact is if women start hanging around each other enough, their periods sync.
I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they'd fall in sync with each other. But that's the thing; they would be probably more in tune with each other.
See, but your hypothetical thing, you think it doesn't work, but hypothetically, it could also work.
It could. I'm just saying, I don't even want to. Because my thing is this: I think every man.
Because here's what I think you're thinking. You're thinking that both of them are going to want exclusive time with you.
Yeah, 100%.
Probably not.
I don't. Women need that time, bro.
But they also have each other.
That's what I'm saying.
They got each other, but
and you.
So, I don't know, man.
I think they're gonna I think they're gonna sync up with each other more, and then
Well, maybe I'm looking at it
You
like
like
this.
the third wheel.
Okay, here's also so saying about
You're the minority.
What?
I can see
how
that.
about I cut
And
down
that,
your?
That's ideal.
So look at this. How about I
cut
cut down your 25% down, right? So this you got one woman, cut down your 25%.
Shark Tank?
You're losing your percent, right?
Is it
So we
Shark
cut this down. I'll do more. Now she only gives you 10% stress. Where's the other 50%? You may ask. With another man.
Right, and I can't do that.
Why not?
Cause
You own them.
no.
See,
Then
But
why not?
I don't want no other man sliding in the vagina that I'm sliding in. That's a risk to my health.
How's the risk? Girl?
Nigga, cause
You don't trust him?
what is he? No, I don't know this motherfucker.
You can. You can know him.
Even if I know him.
You
First
can.
of all, why would I want to know this man? Hey, are we fucking the same woman? Like, you know what I'm saying? Shut up. but
You don't know. Y'all could be like,
bro, I
be
like
bro.
exclusivity.
What if you trust him?
exclusivity?
What if
see,
you trust
this is where it gets rocky.
No, bro.
So how exclusive are you trying to be? Are you trying to be exclusive with one person or with two people?
Nah, my thing is this, because I'm a hoe. You know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping it. I'm
And
keeping
then
it a
he'd
buck.
be like,
I'm
yeah,
keeping
me
it a buck.
too.
I'm keeping it a buck.
What?
I think every man needs two women. Just not in the same relationship. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Until you find that one, you know what I'm saying, that
your man and your side piece. Every man needs him. That's the most chauvinistic thing I've heard.
I don't
from
give
you.
a shit.
And you said some chauvinistic things.
I don't give a shit. Look, I'm keeping it real. Every man needs two women. Not full time. But you gotta have your main woman.
You hear it here first.
And
side piece applications have officially opened for me.
Look, I've done all of this. You know what I'm saying?
OG over here.
But I just feel like that second woman is just, women just come at certain frequencies and polarities, and that other woman, man, is just gonna be like just
I'll
that
agree with that.
balance. You need to balance that other woman's shit out, because it's like that your main woman always gonna have certain shit that just irritates the shit out you, and then your side piece is gonna have the shit that's just the opposite. Like,
You make such a great point. We're now changing the game show for Joe's Heart.
No.
Now there can be two winners.
I don't want no.
The consolation prize is being the side piece. So there's the
No.
main one that's the first place.
No.
Side piece is the second one.
No.
Thank you, Swerve.
But I think when you find the woman that makes you
Send
not
him
want to
bombs.
have a side piece, that's when you know, okay, this is the one. You know what I'm saying? It's like she's all of that. She's the main and the side piece in the same
a
one.
bad
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
pajama.
But not for real though. I think when you find a woman that makes you not want to have a side piece, that's when you say, okay, you
Not
got you
wanna
a
have
good
side
one.
You my chimichow and the rennie cow.
That's when you got you a
Okay,
good
but what
one.
if the chick feel like that? She was like, I feel like having a side piece because I got my old boy over here.
Okay, so if she feels like that,
Hey, yo, Swerve, this is my boy Franklin. Franklin?
I'm not gonna
I
accept
told you
it.
about him.
Look, I'm not gonna accept that.
Why does he sound like that? And why is he Franklin?
I don't know.
And I wouldn't expect my woman to accept that either though.
I'm thinking it
You know
looks
what I'm
like
saying?
Jadakiss, but Franklin. It got the Franklin hat, the turtle.
Ooh.
All right, continue.
I'm just saying, bro. I mean, if she wants to have a side dude, a lot of women do have side pieces. They might not be fucking them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, so you'll be okay with that?
no.
So,
No,
What about a gay best friend that's not gay?
the fuck?
what?
You know, like the gay best friend and the concept of like
No.
they're really close and everything else.
No.
Oh, I'm gay, but he's not gay.
No.
Oh.
None of that shit. I mean, no.
Dude, you always suspect, like,
Nah. No.
Why not?
I'm good,
And he'd
bro.
be like, "Yo, she bad."
I'm good. I'm good on all
That,
that.
that dude is like, girl, damn, you would contact the gay girl, and then you just like,
Just think,
it's like,
Franklin.
oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. You know, we just girlfriends. He's like, nah, dog,
Franklin,
oh, no.
Franklin looking at your girl. Ooh, Swerve gonna love this. Ooh, you putting it down like that? Oh, you extra today for Swerve.
Just brainwash himself. Every time I say
Man,
Swerve, I'm really
Swerve
saying
gonna
I.
love.
Hell nah.
So my take is, I choose monogamy.
I do too. I agree. 100%.
However, I will say that monogamy has a lot more obstacles in the way in today's age than it did in the past. For a few reasons. One, in the past, monogamy had training wheels when you either got arranged or you did it out of necessity. You always had a reason. I'm with this dude because he provides. But like, World War II kind of jacked that up. So it was like, whoop. Women was like, why not change tires too? Fuck you. So, monogamy has a lot more obstacles in a way back then, or at least for men. A lot of women are providers nowadays, so you can't fall back on these archaic things you used to do. Like, well, I'm going to protect you. And like, women's like, well, I mean, I have a gun.
Right.
So come harder than that. Like, oh, well, I got a job. Me too. What? So, but I think monogamy can still be achieved in today's age, but it's a lot of people end up in the wrong relationships.
I will agree.
Codependent.
Oh man, insecure.
A lot of people jump into relationships. Like, I'm gonna say right now, I know somebody who she just got out of a relationship 48 hours ago. And probably 36 hours ago, she already had another dating app queued up. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, I was just like, didn't I tell you to work on yourself? Like, because like she just hopped from like one dude to another dude to another dude.
Themselves.
That's true.
They don't.
And like, now people don't know how to date, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm the best at it.
I'm not perfect
My
either.
fault is I don't bounce out. Like, there's red flags, and I'm like, oh, I need to dip, right? Like, that's what really, like, you need to be like. Mm-hmm. But, like, too many women, and you just see red flags, like, why you acting, why you arguing? No, I'm not here for arguing. Like, I hate that. I just want to argue. Like, I'm not here for arguing. No, I remember I met a dude, and he told me, he's like, I'm about to come home, and I'm about to start a big argument.
And you know what?
And I was like, what you mean? He's just like, he looked at me, he was just like, bro, sometimes you just need to have control chaos. If you don't start this argument, he told me, like, you don't start this argument first, she gonna hit you with some realness, because she gonna be stupid on purpose, but she gonna be like she wasn't stupid on purpose.
I've heard people say that. I've heard people say if you don't argue in your relationship, then it's not like a good relationship because there's no tension. I was like, if we're clashing, then and we can't work it out, then what are we doing?
I don't know. I
know a lot of people that feel like they need that certain level of jealousy, like you need a certain level of toxic behavior, and I thought it was terrible.
I'm here to tell you, no, you don't. You
gotta be truthful.
It's because at one point it's like you don't see old couples doing that.
That's a lie, bro. I'm sorry.
How often do you see old couples doing that?
They old.
No, that's not an excuse.
Tired.
No, that's not an excuse.
Yes, it is, bro.
They made it that long because they got along.
Relationships different back then than now.
But we're not talking that far. We're not talking about the Great Depression. We are talking about people that are Gen X's.
Once you've been through a certain amount of time with somebody, a certain amount of
like the next level of love hits.
Yeah.
There's a different level of love.
Yeah, real shit. Though.
Yeah, it's a whole different level. And that's also the concept of love is that like 9 to 12 words.
But how did they make it that far? Was it because they just endured each other, or did they just set things up perfect? Like I said, a lot of confusion goes on in monogamy because people force a lot of things, and eventually, if it really wasn't right, it's going to come out regardless. People are still going to get divorced after 10, 15 years because it wasn't right. It probably wasn't right.
There ain't no wasn't right. Like everybody think, and that's one thing. Like you think like that one soulmate is there. No, you can hook up with a lot of different people for the right time and right place.
There are multiple.
And I hate that. Like, oh, it wasn't right. No, y'all just didn't build together. Right, and that's what it comes down to. If you want to make it work, you got to cut the BS out. And a lot of people don't cut the BS out, and they don't stay focused. That's what it comes down to making a relationship.
You can make it work with
that basic thing right there.
Well, most people, unless they just violate.
Unless they keeping that BS with them.
Yeah.
You got to know if you want to make this work, you got to cut your BS, and they got to cut their BS. You can't make another person cut out their BS.
But I do think that women.
What?
Accountability.
I was gonna say it sounds like they weren't meant for each other because they had the same levels of accountability.
Because a lot of people stay in a relationship and it's just toxic. Like I've seen multiple people. I cheat on him, he cheat on me, but we love each other.
Horrible.
I know a lot of people.
That's two people. Honestly, those are two people that are probably one and the same. But they're both pieces of shit. but they're like, we're the pieces of shit. But you saying they don't? But like they still together, so they're not meant to be together, but they still together. You see what I'm saying?
No,
they're together.
Yeah, but like they still together don't mean they're meant to be together. Like that concept is like
they would broke it off.
That phrase isn't right.
They would have broke it off.
You can be with anybody if you just want to stick with them. If y'all both mutually want to stick together, y'all can be together.
They mutually want to stick together.
Yeah.
They just both toxic pieces of shit. Yeah, they match.
But that doesn't mean anything on meant. It was them deciding.
Those are two people that fell into the universe and got matched together. That was a universal arrangement. That's what happens. You either find your own.
Jesus, God bless. I be hoping that shit don't happen to me.
That's what happens when you just fall down the stream and you just.
I'm at this point of me being anybody's friend. I'll tell you the truth about your who you're in a relationship with, and then I'll keep my quiet. I'll say it one good time.
What?
Like if you're in a relationship with somebody that's bad and it's a bad relationship, I'll say my piece and then I'll leave it alone.
I don't even speak on it.
I do. I
want feedback.
It's going. If you ask,
because here's the thing. Like a lot of times when
if you're close, you should tell. Like
a lot of times, like because if you look into a relationship,
I've been put in that situation where it's like you gotta get away from.
Because I've learned like sometimes if you go into a relationship, there are certain things that you can't see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's only somebody from the outside looking in can be like, oh shit, and like it may not like you may not be aware of it all. So like, please, I would say no. I would want the feedback because it could be something that I don't see that other people see. I mean, we know people that we've tried to tell them, hey, yo, you getting cheated on. You should look into that. And then
you a cuck now.
They don't see it. At first they don't see it, but now those people kind of see it, but then they don't want to admit it. But
I say it one good time, and I'll say it another time. No more. Even when
I'll tell niggas. Well, I haven't been witness to a lot of relationships where my people was at a disadvantage where it's like you with a shitty person. But I've seen a couple relationships where I feel like that they were with somebody who was like on top of their shit and they wasn't on their shit. And they were like, hey man, you might need to step it up a little bit before she fuck around and skedaddle.
Oh, it's just like, oh bro, I see you ain't. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now,
I see that.
My whole thing, now, it sounds like we were on the same page about monogamy. So what I was going to say is in the world of where monogamy is troubling nowadays, and a lot of people feel like it doesn't work, I feel like the main thing is some people go into it for the wrong reasons. One of those is ownership. And I do feel like a good, true monogamous relationship is a partnership. You don't own this person, they don't own you. And it's not so much as about, you can't do this because I don't want you to. I should already know going in, one, what type of person you are, and if I'm cool with that. Because a lot of people try to change people for no reason, too. Mm-hmm. They just say, oh, you got this, and this going on, but then these 2 or 3 fucked up things, I'm going to fix it. But I didn't tell you I'm going to fix it. I just put it in my head, I'm going to fix this over time. First of all, you didn't communicate that. So why would I just randomly get brainwashed into doing this? Like, that happens a lot in monogamy, you know what I mean? Nowadays, a lot of people try to brainwash people, change people over time. Mm-hmm. I mean, some dudes do it too. Mm-hmm. But I feel like a true relationship, if you can't communicate through those little issues right there and then think about a partnership, that's the way we have to go into it moving forward. Because, like, we have to understand, like what I was saying earlier, the World War II came where women had to join the workforce. There's no ownership over that anymore. It's hard to tell somebody, if you're a normal woman, you shouldn't be like owned by a dude. You know what I mean? At this point, like, you've kind of proven you're part of the workforce and you're somebody at this point. So you got to go into things thinking, hey, we in this together. Now, what goals do we want to do together? And where are we trying to be at in blankety blank years? And if you just go in with your own hidden ulterior motives, then, I mean, of course it's not going to work. Like, you over here trying to be a millionaire, and this motherfucker is trying to live in a small town. And y'all going in these fucking different... How's it going to work? So, there's a lot of lessons that could be learned in that. Like, just a little shit also, like that is going to throw you off.
Dating a person that still needs to grow. And that's the thing, like...
That too. You got to be conscious.
Like, if a person's not mature enough, and but even though they're on the right track, you can't force growth, right? So they got to grow at their own pace. But if you're in a relationship with them, you kind of like, you got to make that conscious choice of like, wait for them or just move on. And that's hard for a lot of people to like make that choice because breaking up when it's not toxic, and that's something too. We are so geared towards, we have to have something toxic to break people up. And it's kind of like not to just separate yourself on a peaceful tip.
Yeah, you can leave, like, you don't always have to hate your ex. You know what I mean? Like,
but it's hard to mutually for both people because you go through all those feelings and you're scared to find something new.
You gotta cut the cord. You gotta know when, because if you don't, then you could also fuck up a friendship too. That's true. Like, you gotta know when to pull the plug. It's like, you know what? If we pull it now,
on sex, and that's where the ownership comes in.
Yeah,
she's smashing somebody else. Don't let her live. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about like I know a couple dudes that like. What is up with that? Like dudes will hate their baby mama, but if they see her with another dude and they try to threaten the dude, like I'm gonna kill you, and it's like, bro, she gone, bro. Like it's over.
Oh yeah,
just take care of the kid.
Toxic. Like I don't understand. Like the fact that people have a hard time co-parenting just shows they childish. It's so dumb.
Well, that's them forced get-togethers, man.
And baby
like,
daddy's acting like that and everything. It's like that's so immature.
You gotta really play it smart because you gotta think about like. About this.
Them clowns.
Anytime you hook up with somebody, think about the worst case scenario before you do it. Think about the worst case scenario of somebody before you do it. If you're drunk, that's hard. You know what I mean? It's like, we just got drunk. But if you've been talking to somebody for a couple weeks, think about the worst case scenario of if I got them pregnant or if they got me pregnant. Think about the worst case scenario about that person. Let me just stack everything up. What their job look like, what they do, how much money they get. Are they cool? Are they hot-headed? Do they got anger? You should probably do that. Because that's how y'all be fucked up on co-parenting. So, and I've seen it. It sucks. It sucks on both sides. It sucks for the man. Because a lot of dudes are starting to kill themselves nowadays over that. Yeah. Because like they get denied access to their kids. And it's like, well, if I don't have my kid, what am I doing?
Childish, bro. That's what, and the ownership. That's all ownership. Like, you're going to deny access to the kid? Well, he don't do much. Look, if he wants to see him, let him. If he... A POS, right. You need to pick dudes better, all right? But anytime he want to see his kid, go on and let him access. Like, let's arrange something. Oh, he didn't show up. All right. You know, like, it's one of those things, like, I hate that, bro. Clown. That's clown stuff, bro. That's immature kid, clown stuff. Ownership over kids or whatever else. I mean, bro, y'all trash. You trash human beings.
Yeah, but dude is actually trying to see his kid. Please let him see his kid. Unless, of course, he's like,
a woman
woman
moving on, and he'd be like, "Oh, he smashed my baby mama, bro. You a clown."
That too, like, bro.
You a sorry excuse, bro.
Move on, bro. Like, stop worrying about what your baby mama did.
You are not hard.
Like, she is your baby's mother, not your wife.
Right.
It's over.
That's why I never got why it was an insult. Be like, I fucking on your baby mama. Like, that's just his baby mama, though. Like, it's not nobody.
Like, you didn't say wife, but and even then, that's kind of cruel. If you can avoid it, please don't do stuff with people's wives.
Yeah, don't do
Unless,
that.
Of course, the husband's standing over there in the corner holding the camera or in the closet with a Superman out.
I was chilling with somebody's baby mama, and, like, this dude was such a clown that his brother messaged me telling me, like, yo, can you leave her alone? He crying. Wow. And if you keep being upset because I hate seeing my brother cry like this, we're going to have problems. I was like, LOL. I just said about LOL. Y'all funny. Y'all really funny. I was in disbelief. Like, are you really? I can't take. First off, it's a 1-on-1. You ain't about 2-on-1 while he crying, bruh. You ain't about to just straight up just out your brother for crying.
Was he drunk?
No, I don't know, dude. And he messaged me like, leave him alone. He crying. I hate seeing my little brother cry, being upset. Look, they ain't been together for like a year. Nice. Bro, clown. And then it was just like you. I was like, dude, you being the older brother, you a clown too. Like, you can't tell your brother to move on and all this other stuff. You a clown too, bro.
Wait, why was he crying again? I got stuck on the crying part. I forgot why he was doing it.
Because I was hanging out with his baby mama.
Do you think that guy's watching this?
I hope so, because he a clown.
Wow.
He is a clown. What are you gonna do? Get educated.
Listen, my guy. I don't want to call you a clown. I feel bad for you.
Put a red nose on. Go watch Joker.
I don't know what to do to tell another guy to boost his confidence. Do you have any words, Jabron?
Put on a happy
face. Go to the gym.
Go to the gym. I was going to say go to the gym. I was actually thinking that. I'm not even going to lie to you. Go to the gym, I guess.
And cheat on your wife. Nah, I'm just playing.
Whoa.
I'm just playing. Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's the opposite of what I'm promoting.
But you should go to the gym, though, for real.
Go to the gym.
Don't forget that one dude. That one dude. He mad like, I can't come around Jesse because my baby mama is cool with him. Like, bro, we ain't done nothing.
Listen. That is the opposite of what you want to do, my guy.
Wow.
That's the opposite of what you want to do. Listen, this is your wife. I said that word earlier about the baby daddy thing. If you are a baby daddy, then yes, get worried. Somebody will probably take her. If this is your wife, you need to have confidence. You two decided together that y'all were bonded. Be confident and be comfortable with who you are with. Also, listen to what she says. Not completely. I'm not going that ball and chain gag. You know what I mean? I'm talking communication wise. Every now and then, I will not lie, we don't listen.
I've been inboxed so many times
Listen
from women
her.
by their exes.
What?
I be hanging out with these women and their exes have messaged me. And being upset. Hanging out, I never did anything with these women at all.
Now listen, if she's an ex, it's over.
That's what
bro.
the ownership, the toxic. It's unnatural and it's toxic.
That is very toxic, and that is ownership. Like I said, if she's your ex, she gone, bro. She gone. Ta-ta. Stop it. If you start doing this, because this is what Drake does. If you don't like Drake and you think Drake is soft, congratulations, you're Drake. Look in the mirror. If you are out here texting somebody else because they're hanging out with your ex,
Yeah, that is pretty well.
listen, there are 7, almost 8 billion people on the planet, and you are crying over one person that it didn't work out with. And here's the thing, that y'all could come back together in the future. But not if you're being a bitch. I don't know what to, I'm trying to just think about the philosophy of that. Like, why would she want you like that? Like, some dudes, somebody pointed this out to me. They were like, some dudes want women that look good. And like, I saw this argument in an anime group. Like every now and then you see somebody like, oh, why I can't find anime girls that look like this? Why I can't find girls that are, fit and thick and look like this that are in anime? And they were like, well, maybe this chick that looks like this built herself up to look like this, and now she's dating someone else who looks like her. So if you would stop being a piece of shit on the couch, maybe you could get someone of that same caliber. Maybe. It's a probability thing, but here's the thing. Your odds don't increase when you cry. Your odds of getting back with your ex aren't going to increase from you crying to some other dudes, leave her alone. That's going to make it worse.
I'll be here listening to Marvin's Room too much. Chill.
That's dropping your chances. You are probably never going to get back with her if that occurs. If you are out there improving yourself, being a better person in some facet of your life, you have to grow also. You can't expect her to grow or her to turn around or flip into other things, and then you just sit there and just hope it works out for you.
That shit crazy.
It's very deep. And that's the ownership thing too. It's like, oh, she can go out there, she can grow, but I'm gonna sit here and I'll be mad at every other dude she talked to. And somehow you think you staying in the same spot and her elevating is gonna put y'all at this. No. No. And once again, like I said, how do you even know that she's supposed to be for you? Maybe she was just a life lesson.
Ain't no such thing.
It's life lessons?
No, there's life lessons, but she not meant to be a life lesson. You just needed life lessons because people be going through repeat life lessons.
I feel like everybody is. No, if you go through repeat life lessons, that means your ass ain't listening and you failed the grade.
Right.
That's what that means. If you go through repeat life lessons, I just keep going to jail. Have you learned anything from that nigga? Why do you keep... If
life
you
lessons is for hard-headed
The only
people.
time... Here's what I say. The only people that end up in jail are people that are going to change the systems or fuck-ups. If you ain't changing the system... If you ain't did something in there, you're probably fucking up. That's it. The only people that are in jail are people that are onto something and fuck ups. If you keep revolving in jail, you should learn a lesson. You're fucking up. Or you're about to get assassinated. Figure out where you are in that. That's my philosophy. Like, I feel like everything's a lesson. A lot of things. If I didn't learn from this, you either
can't
take
learn from anything, or everything.
You either take a dub or an L, and if you don't learn, you got to learn from your dubs too. People just take dubs and put them on the belt. Learn from your dubs and how you got them dubs, but you need to also learn from them L's.
It's true.
Stop
being toxic.
Yeah, don't be toxic, man. I mean, for what? And like you said, there's people out there that's like, I just start arguments. I got bored. I started an argument with him. Why? There's a million other things you could have done because that shit don't work on me. You keep arguing with my ass, and
or women that be like, I need him to act right, so I got to start posting pictures almost nude just to make him jealous.
Shit. Yeah,
toxic.
I actually had somebody DM me one day, and it was like, "Hey, comment on my picture I'm about to post." I was like, "Why?"
Wow. Hey,
she's like, "Comment on my picture. I want to make somebody jealous." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm single. Whatever." Dang, girl, that ass big.
Damn,
whatever.
Girl, where you find that?
Throw my phone across the room. I was like, whatever.
Just he threw his phone. He's like, all right, I'm done.
Because I don't care. That's your problems you got to deal with. I am single.
Clown energy.
So, Clown energy indeed. And I guess I was
Way in on that.
I guess I was like the sideshow or something. I don't know. I was the baton to the baton twirler.
Final thoughts, Swerve?
God bless. Be safe in these streets. Always strap it up.
Always strap it up. In the words of my boy
Right,
Robert
first
Wells,
episode, he didn't curse. Turn it off. End it. End it. He didn't curse. Stop before he does it.
in the words of Robert
Play him
Wells,
out.
be safe, wash your hands.